Hello, and I have returned. Welcome to a Mind Elevation with Chavarielle. That is me. Now, if you are not familiar with me yet, the reason why I'm not all the way hype on this video, and it may take me a while, is because I am still recovering from a car accident in which me and my child were hit horrifically. But I am so glad to be making this video to you for Wednesday. I call it Wellness Wednesday. So let's get on into it. Why is co-parenting so hard? So I'm going to see if I can make this quick because I know sometimes I can just sit and talk. And yes, it can be important things that I talk about. You know how some people just talk, but they're not really saying nothing. But no, when I have a conversation, it's really fruitful. So, the reason why co-parenting seems difficult is because of the first step. Now, I know you hear that airplane. I'm sorry. The first part of it is getting through that phase of, okay, we're not going to be together. So the mother and father are no longer going to be together. I believe that's the hardest phase to get through, because when you have children with somebody, that's not like going shopping and buying an item. Okay, this is a child, a human being, or children, they're human beings. So the attachment there is going to be much, much more deeper. And you got to think, with a woman, she's looking at a body change. She's looking at carrying a child or children. So this is very, very special for her in a way of when it comes to producing children, birthing children, it hits more on a deeper level. And so for the man, it could be that, okay, this woman is carrying a part of, or not a part of me, but I guess you could say a piece of me, whatever. And so he's just looking at the woman like, man, she's having my baby, or she's having our baby. This woman's amazing. I done went and seen her go from this size to this size and then back down to this size sometimes. And there are feelings there at some point, and then for there to be like a mutual agreement to say, look, I don't want you, after the relationship is over, like, look, I don't want you, or hey, this not gonna work. It's a hard phase to be in. So when you get through that, of just knowing if you and this person are not going to be together, when you get through that, it'll be a lot easier from there. It's just coming to terms with, you two aren't going to be together, and now you have to co-parent. And again, it can be hard because there were feelings there. You probably have feelings for him as a woman, or maybe you have feelings for her as the man. And for it to not work out, but you have this child or these children as a result of you two coming together, that can be difficult. And then you have the phase of, okay, maybe you two want it to work, but you're not sure of where to start. And with that, I would say seek therapy, professional therapy, or a professional counselor. Do not do that on your own, because there's so much history between you two. You're going to need a third person, a professional, to assist with that. Like a mediator, sort of, but not really. They're supposed to be helping you, not mediate. And of course, if there is no coming back together, you just might need a mediator to say, okay, look, you'll get the child every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays as the father, or Saturdays and Sundays as the mother, because there are single fathers too. And so, there's that as well. But To sum it up, co-parenting is hard because you're dealing with, you are moving through, not even moving through, you tied to that person forever. That's why it's so hard. And that person is not going to be married to you, or you not going to be married to that person. That's tough. And then you include an innocent child into it. That is a tough cookie, tough cookies. And so that's why it's hard. That's why it's challenging, because now you got to deal with another adult's opinions for the rest of your life, surrounded by a child that you helped to produce, you helped to lay down and have, and this person is not married to you. That is, when you think about it, it just makes you say, like, the decisions we make sometimes are just not the best ones. Because if you could sit down and really think about that, to say, is fornicating really worth? I'm down to fornicators, okay? If you married and it didn't work, well, that's a whole nother conversation. Co-parenting is still hard. But for the majority that are not married and there was fornication, if you could sit down and just think, like, am I really wanting to take this chance of becoming pregnant or getting this woman pregnant as a man, or getting pregnant as a woman, just for things not to work out, and we each are single parents and we divide the household, and now we have to have our child or children bouncing back and forth between two homes, experiencing multiple things, being exposed to different partners of one of the man's partners, the father's partners, love partners, relationships, and then the mother's partners and the mother's relationships. Is this truly going to be worth it? And then on top of that, it's not like I can get rid of this person. I have to be tied to them for life, as long as this child lives, and then some. And it's just like, I don't think people would make those decisions anymore, to lay down and to fornicate and possibly bring an innocent child into a bowl full of mess. So co-parenting is hard because you are having to be tied to a person who you are not married to. If you are single, you're tied to this person forever. And you may not like that person that much, but for like a few months or even a few years, you're just like, okay, we can do this thing, we can be in a relationship, only to find out that no, you two were not compatible to begin with, and that's why it didn't work. But now you brought an innocent child into the mix. Now you have to make it a healthy environment for the child, and you have to make it a healthy environment for the mother and the father. Because making it healthy just for the child, it has to go beyond that. It has to be healthy for the both of you too, as parents. So I give that to you, and we'll talk again soon. But definitely the first phase of co-parenting, the hardship, is determining if the mother and father are going to stay together. If not, then what will be the journey to co-parent between two separate households, between the mother's household and the father's household. So just think about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry. I definitely love that you watch these videos. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share to care. Make sure you subscribe to the Mind Elevation Nation, so then you'll be within our family. Have a good day, and we'll talk again.